Walkman. Walkman is a high-performance humanoid robot that should operate in human-oriented infrastructures using human tools and interfaces. The robot is remote-controlled by a human. Its main purpose is to operate in buildings that have been affected by earthquakes, fires, or other natural or man-made disasters. It should perform life-saving tasks that are usually difficult for humans to perform in such conditions, such as lifting large blocks of material, furniture, or masonry to rescue people trapped under them, walking or crawling over debris that is impossible to pass by humans, operate necessary tools such as drills or cutters, turn valves that could be too hard for people to turn, etc. The Walkman has one of the most advanced levels of balance, agility, and fine movement out of all similar robots. Definitely one of the most important robots for saving lives currently. Colossus. The Colossus is made by Shark Robotics, a French robotics company. This is one of the very few robots that are actually more than just a prototype and are actively used in search and rescue missions today. It was famously used in the fire of the Notre Dame in Paris in 2019. It is also one of the best multi-purpose firefighting robots that are so useful in areas dangerous that actually save lives, both of firefighters and civilians. The Colossus has a range of 500 meters, a carrying capacity of 500 kilograms, has more than 10 different mission modules, a stretcher to carry wounded or unconscious people, and the insanely strong batteries enable it to work up to 12 hours in the most difficult conditions. The remotely controlled robot can withstand heat of up to 1,650 degrees Fahrenheit, or 900 degrees Celsius, and can work both indoors and outdoors. Jueying X20. The Jueying X20 is a hazard detection and rescue robot dog developed by Deep Robotics. One of its main objectives is to search and locate possible survivors in accident scenes. These scenes often involve fumes and materials that are toxic to humans, but the robot dog is completely invulnerable to those. The Jueying X20 specializes in earthquake search and rescue missions, as it can easily go over debris, rubble, and ruin, and climb slopes of up to 35 degrees and cross obstacles of up to 20 centimeters. It is controlled by a long-range transmission, delivers real-time information through its multi-directional camera, and has a smart digital detection platform with a rotating laser scanner that helps in rescue reconnaissance and planning. The robot dog weighs 110 pounds and has a carry capacity of 190 pounds. It can operate for 4 hours when it's not carrying any load, and 2 hours with a load of 40 pounds. Sarcos Guardian S. The Guardian S, developed by Sarcos Technology and Robotics, is a remotely controlled visual inspection and surveillance robot that moves unlike any other robot out there. It moves like a snake. If a snake could climb vertically, the Guardian S can climb literally any ferromagnetic surface. Also, it can cover ruins, rubbles, and other difficult terrain. Currently, it is mostly used on boiler walls to find leaks, debris, and other hazards. It is also very useful for environments involving radiation, biochemical hazards, poisonous gases, excessive heat, etc. These tasks can be dangerous or even life-threatening to humans. Moreover, it can be used to access confined spaces, go under cars, through vents or cargo areas, and over hostile terrain such as mud, snow, dirt, or sand. The Guardian S weighs 17 pounds. It has a range of 4 miles. It's also one of the robots that are actually in use and not just a prototype. RoboBee. The modified version of the classic insect-inspired RoboBee can be used in all sorts of rescue scenarios. The new RoboBee can not only fly, dive, and stick to a wall, but it can also swim, propel itself out of water and land. What's cool about the latest version is that it is much, much lighter in weight than its predecessors, with some estimates suggesting it may be 1,000 times lighter. This is the only robot that can be submerged in water and then get out of it and fly again. There's no known insect in nature that can do that. The robot can flap its wings between 13,200 and 18,000 times a minute while in air, and between 540 and 780 times while in water. So, the RoboBee can actually operate on all surfaces. Those unique properties make the RoboBee ideal for many search and rescue missions. Pliant Velox. The Velox by Pliant Energy is an all-terrain robot that uses an efficient, undulating propulsion system to move silently and with very little energy expenditure. It can be used as an autonomous or remotely operated vehicle. Because of the wavy spinner-propelled thrusters on both sides, the robot can swim, but it can also move over snow, sand, ice, and other difficult terrains that might be challenging to both humans and other robots. Also, the robot is very resistant to entanglement in plants, roots, cords, or other debris. It can turn quickly, change directions, and go back in reverse. That makes it a perfect choice for some difficult search and rescue missions, including rescues on ice and underwater. Because of the fin-looking flaps used for movement, the closest thing the Velox resembles might be a stingray, although its movement patterns are pretty unique. In fact, its movement can be described as a mixture of stingray, squid, and snake. Emily. Emily is a beach and ocean rescue robot. The robot is remotely controlled and sent to drowning victims of people who are in some sort of danger while in the sea or ocean, such as during a shark attack. Emily weighs 26 pounds, has a top speed of 23 miles per hour, and can operate for 14 minutes. But in those 14 minutes, it can save lives like no human could. It can not only be used to help people during stormy weather and big waves, but it also eliminates the need for lifeguards to risk their lives during shark attacks or other perils. Emily comes with Kevlar-reinforced composite hull, an 8-foot perimeter grab rope, an exit nozzle, a lanyard power plug, grip handles for the victims, and a secure airline transportation bag. Snakebot. The Snakebot is developed at the renowned Carnegie Mellon University and is used for underwater missions that can easily endanger or end the lives of humans. The main tasks of the Snakebot include inspecting ships, submarines, and other naval equipment and infrastructure for damage. It is very easy to control remotely, as it is capable of very precise and fine movements, and it can even swim through small hoops underwater. Because of its snake-like design and movement pattern, the robot is capable of accessing places that are not only inaccessible to humans, but to many other underwater robots as well. Up until now, the Navy had to send teams of human divers to inspect ships for damage, and those operations were both more costly and more dangerous for the personnel. The Snakebot solves many of those problems and eliminates all the risks for humans. Centauro. The Centauro is a semi-anthropomorphic robot with a 4-legged base that can perform critical tasks during life-threatening disaster scenarios. It is remotely controlled by a human operator who wears a suit that translates the movements to the robot. It is developed by the Italian Institute of Technology, and for now, it's mostly used when there's an earthquake. The Centauro has 4 legs with wheels on it that enable it to move in all sorts of ways that many other robots cannot. Additionally, it has 2 arms with 4 joints each that it uses to pick up heavy objects. Like a kung fu master, the Centauro is even capable of breaking wood. The robot is still under development. Saffir. The Saffir is arguably the most well-known 2-legged humanoid robot that is actually used in search and rescue and disaster relief scenarios today. The scenario in which the Saffir is the most useful is damage assessment and control in damaged naval vessels, especially when there's fire on board, as the Saffir specializes in fire suppression. Training the sailors to handle fires on ships is difficult, and in the case of a fire, not only are their lives in serious danger, but they can also make a mistake because of the pressure and worsen the fire. The Saffir addresses that problem. Since the Saffir is not so easily damaged by fire, it has very similar capabilities to a human firefighter. It is often sent to suppress the fire first. Those were the 10 most heroic, life-saving robots today. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more cool robot and tech videos. If you're looking for the next level in robotics, check out our video on the scariest military robots.